Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here. Welcome to Throwback Thursday. We're in the magic back room of Baxter Cycle, and look what I found today. This is an absolutely gorgeous, absolutely unique motorcycle. This is a Triumph TR5 MX. It's a 500, this is 1973 version. It's a 500cc, actually 499cc, 34 horsepower, more stroke than bore, 500 single. Just, this is an incredibly good example of one. Been modified a little bit, and I've got one to show you here in a minute that's a little more original, but this one is absolutely striking. So these were, like I said, a 499cc, 34 horsepower, 4-speed transmission, 21-inch front tire on the Triumph versions, 18-inch on the back. Already mentioned 400. These were supposed to be about, I think 600 of them were made. They were made for racing. They were never street legal. This one was turned into a street legal bike. Headlight, taillight, you know, things like that. The bike was supposed to knock out about 90 miles an hour, vibrate like mad at those speeds. So, you know, they're probably more, they're known for their torque. When you ask people that have ridden these, what they will tell you is they were absolute torque monsters, you know. I'm going to go over a little bit of this here in a minute. It looks like a mall concentric, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, if you guys know any different, let me know. Check it out. So it's a overhead valve engine, most likely. I'm guessing the cam's down here somewhere. Here's the points cover. Air-cooled, of course. Here's the head. Head starts right here, so this is all stroke right here. Isn't that something? I think the stroke was 90 millimeters and the bore was 84. I was just talking to AJ from the machine shop over yonder, and he was telling me that the pistons are just like a human fist. They're so large. But quite a motor. Good looking thing, isn't it? Unit engine. Just, you know, metal metal foot pegs. Anyway, just a real amazing machine. Excellent handling. Most were ridden very hard. They're also called the Avenger, by the way, the Triumph Avenger. They had a twin pipe. This is a custom pipe that was added, and we'll go into that. I got one in the back over there. I'm going to show you in a little bit. But, so let's start with just the engine. Okay. You all know I love the way these old engines look. I just love the way these look. You know, 500 single, overhead valve, we talked about that. Just beautifully done, you know, everything's just perfection. You know, kickstart only, of course. The ignition, I'm told they didn't have a battery, they had a capacitor, so you kick it a few times to build up energy in the capacitor, and then that would get the coils going, so it still had a coil ignition. I'm not really familiar with that system, so if you all know more about that, go ahead and, you know, chime in on that. To me, you know, a coil system always has batteries. This one has a capacitor, like I said. Interesting thing to note right away. This is the chain adjuster right here. So back here, very solid looking. You know, no adjuster back here. It's all up here. And so the spaces between these are quite large. And that's okay because you had a long travel bike, you know, long travel rear end suspension. Other thing about this bike that they talk about is the front brakes on these were known for being weak. You got a 21-inch front tire, and you know, this, you know, drum brakes. So anyway, I love the way they painted the rims blue. I mean, this one's really been made to show. Just gorgeous, isn't it? We've got the panels on the side. Beautiful tank. One of the salesmen was telling me one of the jokes back in the day was that these tanks would always come dented. So, you know, I always had a dent from, you know, dented from the factory, pre-dented. So you pop this out to pull a nut off to get the tank off. Little Monza style cap. This is where the oil went. Oil and frame, you know, for the dry sump engine. Just a really neat thing, isn't it? Look how small that tank is. If you think this is small, I'm going to show you something here in a minute. Up here, that's probably a kill switch right there. Look at this adjuster for the clutch. Isn't that neat? Here's a better look at it. This is for the brake. I've never really seen them quite like that, but they're really nifty. That's the throttle, headlight, on, off. Since this one has a headlight, it might have a battery. I don't know the answer to that for sure, but I love the high fender. You know, everything's metal, of course. And, you know, the same, you know, oh, okay. I want to show you something different now. We're going to run over here right quick. Now this is more like what they would have looked like coming out of the factory. This is the more like the original pipe, if not the original pipe. It was a single cylinder. It went into two. You know, isn't that just amazing? A lot of people take this off. Apparently it was heavy. It was probably an exercise in styling is what we think. You know, but here again, looks like I'm all concentric. The big single cylinder. This one, you know, no headlight, no tail light. Just a really neat looking bike. You know, here's the brake system. You know, I love looking at these. You know, drum on the back there, big old sprocket. You can change the sprocket size if you want. You can see the rim lock back there, metal fender. You know, I don't know if that's, I suppose that's fiberglass. Just, you know, look at that brake pedal. Metal foot pegs, side stand. Just a really neat thing, isn't it? Compression release on this one. I did not notice a compression. Yeah, it has. The other one does have compression release. You would use that to get the thing on the right stroke or right spot for your kicking. This has different kinds of levers on it as well, doesn't it? That's kind of nifty. I like it. I like it. So, pretty neat, huh? Well, let's jack it up another spot here. This is the BSA version of the bike, 1972. They made it 72 and 73. B50 MX. This is also called an MX. So this one, the first thing I want to show you about this that you should notice is the tank. I don't know how big that tank is, but I'm guessing it's not much more than a gallon. You know, I mean, oh, look at this. Victory 500. I'm supposing that's supposed to say MX right there. BSA. Little tiny tank. Just, you know, definitely for out in the desert running or wherever, you know, playing around. You're not going to go on a long trip on that. But so let's get a better look at this thing back here. You know, the big brake, giant sprocket, the adjuster here. Again, a fixed rear end. Isn't that neat looking how that looks? This is solid. There's no adjusters here like you would see on a regular bike. The adjusters are actually back here, snail adjusters. What I like about snail adjusters too is if you get this one in the same spot as this one, you know, the tire should be tracked properly. Should be right. So I said earlier that these were a rare bike. We got 4 of them in the shop right now. They've got 2 Triumphs and 2 BSAs. Here's the other BSA. This one actually looks like it'd be in better shape. Isn't that just a gorgeous machine? Just a gorgeous, gorgeous machine. And these have, let's look at the pipe on these, or actually the lack of a pipe. Let's go over here and take a look at this one. Oh, there it is right there. Check it out, hidden. I'm assuming that's, I can't really see. Isn't that something else? Number plates for the sides, big old number plates. You know, going back to this one, you know, this has a much larger pipe. Very interesting. Just a beautiful, beautiful machines, really. I was talking to them here at Baxter's, and they said they get about 1 or 2 of these a year that come through. And right now they got 4, amazingly. So that's really pretty amazing. Y'all asked, I'm going to go ahead and show you this. Oh, 1971. Yeah, I thought there were 72, 73s, but that's a 71. This one's a 72, BSA, B50. This one, there's the tag for this one, 1973, TR5 MX. And then we'll go back to the other one here. By the way, if you ever get to Baxter Cycle, make sure you get back to this room. This beautiful vintage bike room. It's kind of hidden, and it should be more obvious, but I came here for years and didn't realize it was back here. You know, I was always impressed with the bikes up front. This is a Triton with a Triton engine in it, and we're going to try to get a video of that. Anyway, back to this bike. The tag on this one is right here. 1973 TR5 MX. Anyway, very nice looking motorcycle. What was I going to show you about this? It's got the skid plate. Just all the little details are just sparkling. Oh, I know what I was going to look for. I was going to see if there's gauges on there. Of course, there are not gauges on this one. Just a headlight and a tail light. And I'm guessing a kill switch. Isn't that just gorgeous? Just a beautifully done machine. Beautifully done machine. Let's see what else we can spot on this side. I love these, you know, exposed oil lines like this. I know why we don't have them anymore. They caused some problems, but I just love the way they look. You know, look at all that. There's music to the ears for an old motorcycle guy like me. Gorgeous machine, gorgeous machine. Yeah, look at the brake pedal on this one. And the kickstands. Hey, if y'all are interested in something like this, or something like this, or something like those, Nortons, Triumphs, Triumph 500s back there, whole slew of BSAs, Royal Enfields, you name it, they got it. If y'all are interested in something like that, or if you need parts for your projects, Baxter Cycle has the largest British park selection in all of North America. If they can't find it for you, you probably can't find it. Anyway, give these guys a call. Make sure you tell them that Fuzzy Biker sent you. Now, get out there and ride, my friends. Wahoo!